Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another video. We are back for another match preview as we are playing tomorrow evening in the Carabao Cup first round against Morecambe at the Johnson Stadium. Yeah, the first competitive game back at the Johnson Stadium this season. And yeah, look, it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. It's going to be interesting to see who Michael does decide to pick in his starting 11. We will get into it, although you were... I've kind of done my lineup. I don't think I'm fully confident with my lineup, but because the thing is, I've looked at this. I've made my my style I will go with, and I think the team I picked is enough to win the game. But I'm then thinking, have I made too many changes? Should have maybe kept a few others in that But I don't know, guys. But it'd be interesting to see what Duff chooses, and yeah, we're gonna get into it. But yeah, guys, make sure you are dropping a like on the video if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, share the channel around if you can as well. Look, we are growing by the day, guys. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable how much we're growing day by day. It just seems to be, the subscribers seem to be going up. The views are just continuing to excel beyond my wildest dreams. So... big love to you all. Big love to everybody that supports me, and big love to everyone that has contributed to the channel ever since I started. And yeah, you mean a hell of a lot to me, don't you? Make no mistake about that. But yeah, let's say a few hellos before we get into it then. Blue Terrier says, looking forward to this one. Hope for the last day's set there's no bees in the ground tomorrow. I mean, yeah, what a strange carry on that was, wasn't it? But, yeah. Apparently being stung by a bee over the weekend, which I shouldn't be laughing at really because it was quite painful. But don't know, I've just never heard anything so silly before. Where a player has said they're injured because they've got stung by a bee. So yeah, but yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens there. Josh said, "Evening, Ryan. Hope you're having a great day and hope you're okay." Yeah, big up to you, Joshua. Hello there. I'm okay, thank you. Hope to see we're making a cut run. Yeah, I mean, look, this game, people are saying, we all know that the league is the most important, right? That is the priority. I'm not disputing that. But when I go back to what I said in the last stream, that when I kind of touched upon a little bit about this game tomorrow night, wins are wins. Yeah, we have been devoid of wins for the past, if we just look at recent times, the past 12 months, right, we've been devoid of wins a lot, So winning games is important. Like you said, Joshua, a little cup run doesn't go amiss, right? It does get, obviously there is prize money for it as well, but also it gives opportunities to a few other players to make a state, make a name for themselves in the team, and cause Michael a few headache problems, ahead of this weekend's game as well, in the league. So it's important. It is still important to win the game. Michael Duff has again said it today in his press conference. We want to win. That's the message every single time. We want to win, and in all due respects. Morecambe, look, they are in the league below us. Everyone expects us to win. Of course, in football, nothing is given to you. You have to earn. You have to earn winning games, and we have to be professional. But I believe that if we play, to anywhere near our best, then we will have enough to beat Morecambe, and that's not being disrespectful to Morecambe but they are in a division lower than us. They haven't got the resources that we have. But they will come here with a game plan to try and upset the odds. They'll be inspired by the surroundings, the state, these Morecambe players don't have the opportunity to play in a ground like ours every week. You know, there's no grounds like ours in League Two. You know, so they'll be inspired by that and they'll be wanting to make an upset. So we have to make sure that they don't come close to doing that. We need to be professional, you know, composed, calm, and just get the job done. You know, that's it. Blue Terry says, hopefully, personally not too bothered if we win tomorrow. Wouldn't mind seeing some youngsters play. You see, I don't like this mentality at all, Blue Terry. I think, for me, every game, well, the way I see it, every game is an opportunity to win. You're saying you're not bothered, but why are you not bothered? Because at the end of the day, we want to keep that momentum. We want to keep building that confidence. But you're saying you're not too bothered. Now, I would never go into a game thinking, "Oh, I don't really care about this one. Let's just throw the game. And, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, let's just not even try to win the game. Doesn't really matter the result. I'm not really bothered." I would never think of saying that, but that's just me. So yeah, I don't. And to be honest with you, that little bit of a statement there doesn't align with what Michael Duff thinks. So the bottom line is, I think the mentality, not aiming anything at you specifically, but I think some fans are just thinking, you know, the standards aren't there in some fans, and maybe I'm just going on now, but yeah, no, I don't particularly agree with that whatsoever. Okay, the youngsters, yeah, but what are we saying then? The youngsters aren't able to win a game? Is that what we're saying? But look, I don't know. But anyway, guys, we're going to get into the video now. Anyway, we're going to get into the main topic. Obviously, Morecambe. So Morecambe come to town. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't really know much about Morecambe, if I'm being brutally honest. I don't really know what to expect. Of course, you know, Michael Duff and his team have obviously done a bit of research on them to have a look at them a bit. I mean, I think the bottom line is it's about it's about us tomorrow night. In Odgers, it is about us. And if we, you know, like I say, if we perform, we're professional, then we will and should have enough to win the game. You know, so that's the bottom line. I mean, I've had a look at their lineup over the weekend and had a look at a few players that they have. So they did lose at the weekend against Walsall away 1-0. Now that Hallam Hope is a player that's a striker. He's quite a dangerous little player. You know, if you give him time and space, he'll certainly test the keeper, and he's capable of scoring. But to be honest with you, apart from him, I don't really know anybody. John Slew, I've heard of him, who didn't actually start the weekend, but he was on the bench. And they played a 4-2-3-1 at the weekend, so I don't know if they'll change the system against us, but they might keep it the same. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, look, that's probably going to be the shortest kind of perspective of an opposition team, but I don't really know much what to expect from them, really. I think they'll come and try and frustrate us and try and get, you know, try and cause an upset. This is what Premier League teams do in the Carabao Cup. They play their B team and then get eliminated. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, don't take it seriously, and then you get knocked out. Surprise, surprise! And everybody's saying, "Well, we're surprised." Well, no, don't be surprised. You've literally just basically not even tried to win the game, so you deserve what you get. So, which means you don't care about the cup competitions. Yeah, it's madness, isn't it? They finished 15th last season. Yeah, so. Look, I know they have had a few issues off the field as well, to be honest with you, the owner situation. You know, they've had to kind of, with very little funds they've had to look below, in the below league, which is obviously the national league for them, for players. I think they've signed a number of players there. So, yeah, it is one of those. But guys, we are going to get into our perspective now, but yeah, I didn't really. Their manager is Derek Adams as well. forgot to say Morecambe. Obviously, again, Derek Adams has obviously been in Scotland. He managed Ross County. If you look at his profile as well, I mean, he's been Bradford manager as well. Plymouth, Hibs, Ross County, and things. So yeah, he's had a few jobs, but so yeah, that's their manager. I'm sorry I can't give you too much information here, but I just honestly don't know, and that's what's me being disrespectful. Now, guys, we are going to get into our perspective. So look, I want to see us play with the same professionalism. Like I said, I want to see us play on the front foot again. We don't need to change that. I just want to see more of what we saw at the weekend, but better, because there's always room for improvement, and you can see the weekend, yeah, we won 2-0. But as Duff said afterwards, there's always things to improve. He wasn't particularly happy with the aspects of the game, and how we gave them chances too easily by our mistakes. So there's things to work on. So yeah, I want to see better, of course, because that's the standards that I have always, every game. I want to see the best standards set, and Duff is obviously implementing those standards quite clearly in my mind. Now, we're going to have a look at the... in fact, shall we... Yeah, we'll do the quotes from the press conference today then. So, Callum Marshall spoke to the media today for the very first... Well, not for the very first... Well, first press conference he's done since joining the club. And he spoke very well, I thought. I thought he spoke very well. I've got a few quotes here from himself. He said he doesn't mind a challenge. He wants to try and impact games where he can. And hopefully it goes to plan here. He's ready for it. He also went on to say he was asked about if he was ready to go straight into the lineup tomorrow. He said, yeah, he feels ready to go. So hopefully he can get something out of tomorrow night. A final quote I got from him was, he did mention that obviously games do come thick and fast at this level. So he wants to get as many minutes under his belt as possible and have a great season in a promotion-chasing team. So, look, I thought he spoke very well. I really hope it works out here for him. Of course we do. And I'm excited to see him play. Absolutely. And yeah, let's get behind him, and hopefully he can provide some goals for us, which is what we want, of course, from our strikers. Now, Michael Duff also spoke to the media. So he started by saying, he got quite a few quotes here. So tight today, I do apologise, guys. But yeah, big up to everyone that's tuning in. Let me know your thoughts ahead of this game, by the way, in the chat. He started by saying the Carabao Cup gives us minutes and opportunities, including the chance to go to big ground and face tough competition. It's an opportunity to play against the best. Yeah, so again, he's alluding to it. You know, it gives others opportunities to flourish in the first team. Gives other people chances in terms of minutes as well, like you said. He also alluded to about specific thing that I really like to see here is that he kind of said that he said we want our training days to be harder than a match day, and that drives the momentum results. So that's his angle on things in that regard. Now injury news, team news, whatever you got, yeah, team news, yeah. No fresh injuries to report, which is good. But Duff, like Blue Terry said earlier, he alluded to this, but he did reveal that Sorensen endured an unusual incident over the weekend against Peterborough when he was stung by a bee. But yeah, so that was very interesting, to be honest with you, that we heard that. Now, Duff has confirmed that there will be changes for this game, which obviously we expected. So yeah, there is going to be a few changes, but he did kind of hint that he's not going to make wholesale changes. So my line is probably going to be wrong, guys. But yeah, he did provide. He was asked about transfers again, as managers are asked about that at this stage still until the window closes. He said, "We are still looking, and the ins will probably affect the outs. We've not let anybody out yet because we obviously have the 4 signs, but now Callum's coming in. If any more come in, that might make room for other people. It's not always a case of getting rid of people. Sometimes it's just fair to keep people that aren't going to get opportunities." Yeah, absolutely. We're just still looking to add. You don't always get what you want, he said. "I'd like a 6'3" centre forward who can hold it up, running behind and finish and link. And his link play is really good. But with respect, we are where we are. So he's realistic. We'll try our best. We'll try and get the best player that's available to us. Transfers don't just happen. I know supporters think they do. They don't. A lot of work goes into it." And then finally, he'd mentioned about the transfers as well, that if the window closed now, ended now, he'd be quite happy. He then went on to say, "Yes, we want more. We always want more. But I think the structure of the team looks good. We've had a long time with most of the group, so the good thing is we're not going to have to do half the team in the last week we're not going to have to do half the team in the last week of the window. Half the team going to leave in the last week of the window. That's the most important bit." So yeah, so he kind of touched on a few bits there. The fourth was a very good press conference as always by him. It's so refreshing to hear a manager that clearly knows what he's on about. So let's get into the starting lineup. So guys, let me know your team lineups. If you want to get involved, let me know your team lineups in the chat ahead of it. Now, I've made quite a lot of changes, and I realise that. I've made 5 or 6 changes here, maybe even 7. But I still think it's a very strong team, guys. And this is my team to face Morecambe tomorrow. Now, as you can see, I have got Maxwell starting in goal. I think, just makes sense, really, doesn't it? Obviously, Maxwell, deserves a little bit of a run out again. Let's see how he does. Now, at the back, I've got Josh Ruffles, who, Tom Lees and Matty Pearson, which, to be honest with you, there is a lack of pace at the back, but I think we should be okay there. Now, obviously, I've gone for Kasumu and Penda there in the midfield with Herbie Kane in my advanced role. And I've got Sorensen on the right and Headley on the left, with Harrott starting. Harrott looked quite bright when he came on the other day for the limited time he got. And Callum Marshall, I would put him in now, guys. I think it's a perfect time to give him a shot now. In the cup, I think it's a good opportunity for him. I just think it's a good opportunity to get him in now and see how he does. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, guys, I'm not overly confident with the selection I've made to go through this line, which is a bit of a strange thing to say, but it was difficult, man, because I was like, I do want us to win the game. Now, if you look at this side, has it got enough to win the game? I would say absolutely it does. Okay, there's an unknown entity at the top with Marshall, who we don't know much about. Harrott, I think will be capable of scoring a goal or two for us. Herbie Kane, that creative spark. But yeah, I mean, that's my lineup. But I'm not as confident as I usually am, to be honest with you, in this regard. Blue Tick says Morecambe will be very direct and hard to beat. Yeah, I think Duff alluded to that in the press conference today, actually, didn't he? That he thought that, a Derek Adams side pretty much very organised, very hard to beat, like you said, and he didn't mention the directness of the play, but yeah, he did say that, so kind of made me remind. So yeah, look, you have to earn winning games. That's the reality, and you don't get given wins. You have to earn them. I don't care who you're playing. You have to give them the respect, and you have to be professional in this kind of game where everybody's saying you will easily get through, practically. We're obviously big favourites and we're expected to be going through. So yeah. I don't know one of their players. Adam Lewis, a left back who was signed as a free agent after being let go by Liverpool after being loaned out 5 times last season. He was at Newport County. All right, fair enough. No, I've not heard of him. So yeah, fair enough. Blue Terry's gone for a 3-5-2. He's gone for Chapman in goal. He's gone Ruffles, Aina, Turton. With Headley and Jones as the wing backs. And then you've got in midfield the likes of Wiles, Osterfield, Iapenda. And then you've got Marshall and Harrott up front. So you've gone from the same front two as me. Interesting lineup. But yeah, thank you for that. I think it's a pretty solid team. So do you believe that team can win the game? I think it can. I mean, obviously Osterfield, I'm not sure if Osterfield's going to get a look in. He's seemingly going back out on loan, potentially to go and see. I can't see him staying around, so I'm not sure he will be playing. But yeah, like you say, you have got a lot of the youngsters in there, and I think Tom Iapenda, I mean, look, he deserves a chance. He's been excellent in pre-season. And the fact that our depth is quite big now, the fact that he wasn't even on the bench at the weekend shows the depth that we've got. But yeah, score predictions for tomorrow night then. I mean, look, this preview has been quite brief. But yeah, score predictions for this game. For me, I'm going to go for a 3-0 win, guys. I'm going 3-0 win Town. I think in the ideal world, Marshall will score. Do I think he'll score? Yeah, I haven't seen much of him play, so I can't really tell you what he's like, only from what he said. But I've got a funny feeling he will get a goal tomorrow night. I think Kane will certainly get a goal, and maybe Harry getting the 3rd goal. But yeah, it is going to be. I do, like I said, I do want a cup run. I do want a little bit of a cup run. I think it'd be good, and I just think if we were to go out of the cup tomorrow night, which God forbid we don't, I just think it kind of stops a little bit of the momentum, if you get what I mean. To be honest with you, and we don't want that. We want to keep this seat. We won it over the weekend. We want to keep winning. Okay, you're not going to win every single game as much as we'd love to. But do you know what I mean? If we could just keep this form up, going into back into the league again, when we've got 2 home games on the trot in the league. So I think it's just an opportunity to get through, and just to see. This is where you see the players that get opportunities tomorrow night. What are you made of? What are you actually made of? Are you going to grasp the opportunity? Or are you going to, come in and do very little? It's up to the players. It's up to the players that do get an opportunity to come in and really, really make a mark on the team and really show what they're about, really, Because opportunities, obviously Michael Duff has seen what, in training, but opportunities in these type of games come along very, they don't come around often, do they, really? And I think this is an opportunity for players that haven't had much game time to make an impact. Or maybe I should have worded that wrong. I mean, like, players that maybe they know they kind of not the starting 11 yet, not in the proper starting 11 in a league game. They want to try and push themselves in to overtake some players that are already in the starting lineup. So yeah, I don't know if I explained that very well, but yeah, I hope you get what I'm talking about here. I think it definitely can put a few youngsters in that will be hungry to put themselves in the shop window for a loan if they can't get into the first team. Yeah. I mean, look, if you believe that side can win the game, then yeah, I think they has got the players that I think it is a pretty not too thingy about Osterfield. I think Osterfield's a good player potentially, and obviously he was in League Two last season, so obviously Morecambe's kind of level, but I don't know. But yeah. Do you think we could have an unbeaten season just in the league? Good question, Wayne, and hello there to you. Look, never say never. The way that we go into games, we're going to win every game. So, and I suppose unbeaten is kind of different, but unbeaten's classed as a draw as well, obviously. But I mean, look, it could be possible. I mean, you won't put it past us, would you? At this stage, I think it's too early though to be kind of. But let's see where we are in the next few weeks. But like I said, results bring confidence and more confidence and more confidence. So yeah, let's see what happens. Blue Terry says 1-0 Town Harrop goal. So you're going for a very close game, which, like I said, I do think we need to kind of like get, score like 2 or 3. To be honest with you, big up, Chris. Hello. He said, "Big up, mate." He says, "Hope you're well." Yeah, big up to you. I'm good. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're okay. You've gone for the exact same scoreline as me. I've gone for a 3-0 as well for us. So let's hope we have something to really enjoy tomorrow. I don't know what the crowd's going to be like. Obviously, the cup games are a bit quieter. There's only one stand open tomorrow. What's the main stand with the two? Anyone that's been to the John Smiths, it's a two tiers to either side, obviously. And obviously so it'd be interesting to see how many fans turn up tomorrow. But look, I think everybody wants to come down and watch the team because of how we've started the season, the positivity that's around the place at the moment as well. Pre-season's been good. So look, we're excited for it. Do you think you will rotate with Morecambe being a League Two side? There'll definitely be changes. Yeah, I do think it does even confirm that today. To be honest with you, that there will be a few, there will be changes. So yeah, I think that we will. It's just going to be interesting to see. I was just saying, Chris, that I don't really have much insight into how Morecambe play because I haven't really watched them play at all, really. I haven't really seen them, what to expect from them. There's 1 or 2 players that I've recognised, but I don't really recognise a lot of their squad. So, look, there will be rotation, but I think that we have got the depth to be able to rotate. And I think to be honest with you, Duff might only change 4 or 5 players, or maybe 3 or 4. I don't think he's one for changing massively. I don't think he'll want to change massively either. So we'll have to see. But yeah, there'll be obviously some. I wonder when is the next round of the draw going to be made on the Wednesday night? After the other fixtures, or is it going to be made on another day? Again, this is not me thinking we have to get through tomorrow night because I'm not taking anything for granted. Like I said, we have to go into the game being professional. We have to just do what we've been, just continue what we've been doing and keep improving. Because I do believe it is about us, how we, if we apply ourselves correctly, then we'll win the game. That's for sure. Chris, with me being Carlisle fan and back in League Two, Morecambe being struggling ownership-wise. They've got a good experienced manager. The football they play, they will frustrate you as long as possible. Yeah, oh my goodness. So maybe is he going to be prepared to be frustrated for quite a bit then, Chris? I know they are hard to break down, but and to be honest with you, hopefully that plan doesn't come to fruition and we manage to get a goal in the opening few minutes. But maybe we may have to be patient for the first goal, but hopefully we don't. Yeah, guys, this has been a very short preview. There will be some content on the channel again tomorrow night. I'll do a bit of content outside the ground. I might do a little bit of a vlog type situation. Show you guys a few of the improvements around the stadium and inside as well. I was thinking of maybe doing a little bit of a fan cam as well tomorrow night too. So there's plenty of stuff to have a go at and add to the channel this time. And fan cams are certainly something that I want to continue to be quite consistent with over the season. Get other people's fans' points of view on the channel, which will be really good. So yeah, I mean, Chris, you've gone for a 3-0. Anybody else wants to put their predictions in, their starting lineups, feel free to do so. We have got around 5 to 10 minutes. If anybody has any questions as well, let me know. Now, let's just have a look what's... The team of the week has been announced for League One, for match day 1, sorry. And Wiles has made it, and Nichols has made it too. It's strange that Evans isn't in that, because I think Evans was outstanding at the weekend. So, but yeah. Okay, it's a bit of a nicky take that Evans isn't in there. But yeah, this has been a bit of a... Maybe I should have just done a quick preview of this game rather than doing a live. But hey, it's been good. Obviously, we've got rounds, to obviously what I wanted to say. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. Of course, this is the first game out of 3 games at home on the bounce, so it's a chance to continue that momentum with 3 home games now, isn't it? We got over the first tough hurdle at the weekend, and now it's about, can we keep going? Can we be consistent? And that's the big challenge. So let's see how it goes tomorrow, because I'm looking forward to the game. Obviously, Saturdays, it's going to be a lot better atmosphere on Saturdays. It's probably going to be more excitement on Saturday, but I go back to it. I go back to it. Tomorrow is an opportunity to win and to get through to the next round, which is what we want to do, and just get another win on the board. And Stuart Duff will want to put on a spectacle for the fans as well. And look, we're going to play the same way. I expect to see the same things. And if we play like we did over the weekend, obviously it's going to be too much for them. But obviously there is going to be a bit of rotation. So how will that affect us? I don't think it will affect us that much, because I think if you look at the bench on Saturday, when the players came on, every player that came on Saturday made an impact. So I don't know if I don't think he's going to make much of a. It's not going to have a negative effect anyway. Big Ryan, lad. Oh, Fair enough. But yeah, big up to you. I don't not noticed you on the channel before, but welcome. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day. To be honest with you, I think we've kind of said it's been a bit of a shorter one tonight, but I think with these cup games, it is maybe a bit less to say than usual. But yeah, guys, if you want to follow me on my stuff, you can do. It's going around the screen now. HTFTV8 on Instagram and X. If you want to drop me a follow on those as well. Subscribe to the channel here as well if you can. Like the video as well. That helps with the algorithm, guys. The likes have been fantastic lately, so big up to you all. And yeah, if you haven't watched some of my videos that I've done recently, I've been very busy on the channel. You know, catch up. You know, I would appreciate if you could. The vlog that's out, obviously, that I did over the weekend against Peterborough, I think it pieced together well and people seem to like it, so that's great. And there'll be some more content tomorrow on the channel. Tomorrow night, it's going to be at a more respectful time. Probably going to be before midnight. I'll get the video up after editing and things like that. Don't know if I'm going to release a fan cam whilst I'm at the stadium. Don't know if I'm going to do it before the game, a fan cam, or after. We'll have to see, you guys. I'm not too sure, but yeah, stay tuned for more content on the channel. But yeah, any final thoughts before we leave? Get them in now. But if you want to join the fantasy team, the fantasy league, sorry, that I created, it isn't too late to do so. If you want to join in the fun on the EFL Fantasy, the code is there for you guys, you know, to join. Ready for game week 2. It's been good fun so far, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who finishes on top. But I clicked the wrong thing there, as you could probably see. But yeah, so guys, big up to you all for tuning in. Thank you for all your contributions this evening. Yeah, hopefully we can get through to the next round tomorrow night. Fingers crossed. If you're going to the game, enjoy the game. If you're watching on telly, enjoy the game too. And let's hope we can see more of the same that we saw at the weekend. That's what we want to see. We want to be entertained. We want to get the result. I don't think we need to. The thing that I don't want to see is us messing around. I think, does Carabao Cup games go straight to extra time? Does it go straight to penalty? Sorry. If it's level after 90 minutes, I'm not sure, but we don't want to be faffing around with that. We just want to get the job done in normal time, and that's it, you know. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But guys, big up to you all. Thank you for all your support, and we'll be back very, very soon on the channel. Have a good evening. Take care. Stay safe, and as always, up the town, Michael Duff Barmiami. Bring on the second match of his competitive tenure at the club. See you all very, very soon, guys. And yeah, big up to everybody in the chat for tonight's contributions. It's been a bit of a short one, but we've kind of said what we need to say. So let's see what happens tomorrow at the game. But yeah, guys, speak later. And good night.